So, of course, it will be Liverpool in all red that are getting things underway for us. Not much of a form guide, really, that 3-1 defeat back on the 17th of August. But what both these two sides know is that if they were to win tonight, they would play the winners of the Arsenal versus Newcastle game at the quarter-final stage. And as I mentioned earlier, City would be at home all the way through to the final if they can overcome Liverpool this evening. Well, as Ben Wilkinson, the City head coach, said in his pre-match interview, he is expecting a genuine threat from this Liverpool side. Although they haven't been in the greatest of form at the back end of the campaign, they didn't win any of the last 5 matches. Indeed, they only won 1 of the last 12, which might point to a side who have been a little bit out of sorts at the back end of the season. But of course, all that is wiped away as we play this one-off cup tie, which will effectively be settled tonight, either with extra time or penalties, should the sides be level. So the first corner goes the way of the visitors, and going across to take it is Trey Nioni, and Liverpool have gone short with it. Kone Doherty played in the cross, and the Blues just happy to get that out of their own penalty area. Liverpool starting positively here. City with some defending to do. Here is Nioni again. Back to the captain, Nallo. Now Pinnington. Good tackle by Kyle Samuel. City trying to put some pressure on Davidson, who had to go back to Davis. Mentioned it's an under-21 division Premier League 2, but you are allowed overage players, and on the Liverpool bench this evening is Jay Spearing, who is 36 now, but he's on the academy coaching staff and was registered as a PL2 player. So he would be an option perhaps if this game were to go the distance. Moment Liverpool enjoying the early possession. I referred to their disappointing form, just 1 win in the last 12, 6 draws and 5 defeats, but that is in contrast to their away form, which has been really good. And you can see they've started positively here. It was a dangerous ball in by Ungumoa. Some good tackling back, though, by Regan Heskey. Yeah, Liverpool's 10 away games this season, they only lost twice, and they actually took more points on their travels than back on Merseyside. It's funny how that sometimes is the case for certain teams. Just highlighting the fact, really, that the Blues are going to have to work hard to make their way through. And as you can see, Liverpool again asking questions. It was a good burst forward by Mabaya, and it ends in the possession of Spike Brits. One or two of the City squad might well be familiar to you, particularly with the US tour we brought you last summer. Kyle Samuel, Jemai Simpson-Posey, of course, has played first-team games this season. Max Alleyne has been in and around the first-team squad. Jaden Heskey was on the USA tour. We'll just pause that thought as Liverpool again come forward, and in the end, I think it hits the frame as the frame of the goal there from Mabaya. Got the better of Naylor. And it just hits the angle of post and bar. I think he meant to go for goal there. I don't think it was a miss-hit cross. So an ambitious attempt from Mabaya, which almost caught Spike Bix out. Here's Samuel. Now Gray. Simpson-Posey. Lane. Samuel. It's a good ball. Heskey's on to it, but he's being followed by Davidson. Lane again. Heskey. The younger Regan Heskey. Back to Samuel. Lane. Simpson-Posey. Now Naylor. Obowado. Now Simpson-Posey again. Just getting the sense the Blues are starting to get into their rhythm here. After Liverpool started well. Here's Regan Heskey. Simpson-Posey, Naylor. Liverpool winning it back with Mabaya. Kone Doherty. McConnell beaten to it. Now City can play it to Regan Heskey. Just 17 years old, Regan Heskey. The youngest player in the starting 11, albeit Spike Britz is similarly aged. The Blues have another 17-year-old in Stefan Funi as well. And they've also got a 16-year-old in Ryan McAdoo. Simpson-Posey. Now Britz, who's also been in and around the first team squad. In fact, if you get to games at the Etihad Stadium early, first team games, you'll normally see him warming up with the likes of Scott Carson and Stefan Ortega. Has been on the bench once or twice for the first team. Here's Lucas Samuel. Gray. Now a Lane. Turning away from Pilling. Here's Simpson-Posey. Just a reminder that this will be settled tonight. Extra time and penalties are looming should this game end all square. Here's Heskey, Jaden Heskey, and now Regan. Two Heskey brothers combining. Samuel, Jaden Heskey, Regan Heskey. Good football. Jaden Heskey again bursting onto it, but it was a really good tackle actually by Pinnington. First time the Blues have really opened up Liverpool. Regan Heskey again. And he was just caught, and that will be a City free kick. Well, the earlier attack had the Heskey brothers at the fulcrum. In the end, it was a good challenge by Pinnington. So a City free kick, which Naylor will whip in left-footed. Blues looking to create their first chance of the contest. The header's over the top, but it was good movement from Heskey. Clearly one off the training ground, that, because he just burst away from his marker and headed it just over the top, Jaden Heskey. A player who, again, talking of versatility, has played in several positions across the midfield. Good header away by Elaine, meanwhile. Naylor will guide it back to Brits. Just about to escape the Liverpool press. Naylor. It's unlucky, actually. Ashton Muir it was who tried to lay the ball off. Samuel. Gray. And now Elaine. Regan Heskey. Trying to work a 1-2 with Samuel. He felt he'd been impeded by Josh Davidson. The assistant didn't flag and the referee didn't give it. Nallo. Back to the goalkeeper, Davis. On ball, which Samuel met, but Liverpool have kept it in their possession briefly. Headed on by Ungumoa, on towards Laffy. Goes out for a Liverpool throw. Right, certainly been the tough test that Ben Wilkinson was predicting pre-match. Remember, Ben took over the under-21 role last summer, and he's watching as Liverpool try to break his under-21s down here, and they very nearly did, but in the end it was cleared by Naylor. Samuel back to Naylor. Under pressure from Kone Doherty. Away by Simpson-Posey, a little layoff by Mobama. Muir trying to battle through, but there was no way past McConnell. Pilling. Kone Doherty. Dangerous cross, headed away by Simpson-Posey. The referee has seen an infringement, and it will be a City free kick. Well, this was the Liverpool move that certainly caused a few problems for the Blues, and I think they were grateful in the end to get it away. Look, a decent side, Liverpool. I don't suppose you'd expect anything else from a team that bears that famous name. And there may have been 20 points between them in the Premier League 2 table. But you certainly can't see that gulf in the opening quarter of an hour we've witnessed so far. I mentioned earlier, Liverpool have won just one of their last 12 matches in Premier League 2. 6 draws and 5 defeats, so they kind of limped over the line to get into the top 16. So in some ways it would kind of point to the fact that the Blues would be heavy favourites to win this, but this is just a one-off cup tie. The league form counts for little as Brits makes a bit of an error in the distribution, giving it to McConnell, who wants the return. Little deflection on the cross will allow Samuel to get it away. Regan Heskey, Jaden Heskey won't get to it, but fortunately Laffy's footing betrayed him. Liverpool are growing in confidence here. Come forward again with Nioni. Good skills as well. And Brits makes the save from Laffy, but they've created another opening, Liverpool. Lane tried to put him off. Well, just that header over the bar by Jaden Heskey is all City have created up to this point. Liverpool have won a throw as they clobbered it off Justin Aboado. Nallo, the Liverpool captain. Helped on by Nioni. McConnell. It's a searching ball, not a bad one either. Mabaya, the right back, getting forward again. Naylor just about winning it for City. Here's Gray. Muir. Naylor. Samuel. Now Regan Heskey. Took it beautifully in his stride, Regan Heskey. City with plenty over here. It's a good save, but it's turned in by Mubama on the rebound. Liverpool looking for an offside flag. It's not been raised. And City, with their first attempt on target, have broken the Liverpool net. Divine Mubama with a predatory finish. Some excellent work by Gray. And it just popped up for Mubama to head home. Liverpool pleading for an offside flag. But it didn't look to me as though he was offside. And after Ashton Muir's shot was parried, it's Mubama who tucks City ahead. It's his 12th goal in Premier League 2 this season. And the Blues, a little bit against the run of play, strike first. Well, credit to Ashton Muir, who found a little pocket of space, hit the shot, parried by Davis, and there was Mubama to tuck it over the line. But Liverpool will still have confidence in their play. Here's Ungumoa. Now McConnell, good save by Brits. Well, Liverpool have shown in the opening 19 minutes that they are a really good side. The Blues with a real bonus taking the lead. It's a good hit by McConnell. It's going in the corner, and Brits reacted well. Here's Naylor. Launching it long towards Mobama. Headed away by Nallo. McConnell. It's a foul and a free kick to Liverpool. Lane penalised. Again, they're working it well on the edge of the area. Ngumoa with a cross, headed away by Naylor. Kept alive by Mabaya. Nallo. Davidson. Nallo. Nione. Pinnington. Mabaya. Nione. McConnell. Kone Doherty. Pinnington. I would have thought that Liverpool will be feeling a little unfortunate to be trailing to City. I think the Blues will certainly have realised in the opening quarter of this game that they're up against a really awkward opponent who are searching an equaliser, but Elaine did well, steps in as well and drives City forward. Great run from Elaine. Now Regan Heskey on the chase. That's a great tackle though by Nallo. And if he'd have got that even slightly wrong, it would surely have been a penalty. It is just a corner. Really good run from Elaine. He's got that within him, he always has. That graceful charge forward. And Regan Heskey thought he might be in there. That's a good tackle by the Liverpool skipper, Nallo. So City's first corner. And they do like to go short with him, and they've done that exactly there. Naylor trying to pop it in towards Muir. Liverpool win it back. Long ball up towards Kone Doherty. Well defended by Charlie Gray. Here's Simpson Pazet, the City captain. Gray. Elaine. Regan Heskey. City have maintained their excellent record of having scored in every single home game this season. Indeed, you actually have to go back to December 2023 for the last time the Blues did not score in a Premier League 2 home match. And to be truthful, they've actually scored at least twice in every home game since that game when they didn't score in December 23. So let's hope that Blues can maintain that proud record this evening. I get the feeling that they're going to need at least 2 goals to see off Liverpool. Look, a decent side. But it is City who are in front through Divine Mobama. After some great work by Ashton Muir. Parried by the goalkeeper Harvey Davis, and Mobama snaffling the rebound. Here's Mabaya though. Kone Doherty. McConnell. Pinnington, McConnell. Davidson. Nioni. Support from Ungumoa. Trying to take on Kyle Samuel. Now McConnell again. Works it out wide to Davidson. And Brits will get it for City. Took it well and wants to get the Blues moving forward. Tries to release Mubama, who did get to it. Chases his own header. And then Jaden Heskey up towards Mubama, but he was fouled, and that will be a City free kick. Just caught by Nioni, the Liverpool number 8. Here's Simpson-Posey. Oboado, Naylor, Muir. Good to see Ashton Muir back involved again. He was injured for around about 11 months. Picked up an injury in April of 2024. His last goal was that FA Youth Cup semi-final winner against Bristol City. And then he missed, as I say, almost a year. Just crept back into contention again and was involved in the last 3 games of the Premier League 2 season. And here he is starting tonight as well. And that is really heartening to see. Here's Nallo. Davidson. Helped on by Laffey. And there's no offside. And here's Pilling. Trying to work an angle. Brings in Nioni. Ungumoa. City will get it away with Jaden Heskey. And a loose one picked up by Regan Heskey. Samuel. Gray. Now Muir. Naylor trying to offer himself on the overlap. Here is Naylor. Stood up the cross, but in the foreground, it looked as though Mubama was buffeted. City have a corner, though. City's first corner, they went short. They do so again. Here's Oboado. Regan Heskey. Gray. Naylor. Simpson-Posey. Cross towards Mubama. Well taken by Davis in the Liverpool goal. McConnell. Liverpool's certainly very, very much in this game. The Blues are going to have to dig in, I think. Still an hour of this match to play. Nioni. It's good football again. Liverpool coming forward with Pilling. And now Ungumoa. It's a skillful player, Ungumoa. Lane did well to thwart him. Liverpool throw. Here's Davidson. Ungumoa. Laffey. Has a go, and Brits palms it away. Pilling. Ungumoa. Nioni. Shot charged down and Samuel just happy to thump it anywhere. Obama tried to make it his, but Pinnington wins it back for Liverpool. McConnell. Ungumoa. Good running from Ungumoa. City eventually get it away through Muir. Obama gives chase, but Pinnington did well for Liverpool. McConnell. Quarter of an hour to half time. City lead, but my goodness, Liverpool will feel they should be at least level. Davidson, McConnell, Nioni, Pilling, Ungumoa, Davidson, McConnell. Shot charged down by Gray. Davidson gets it back from McConnell. Pinnington. It's above Samuel. Here's Ungumoa. Into the box he goes. Good tackle by Elaine, who says that should be a goal kick. Referee says no. And awards Liverpool their second corner, but just at the moment, Liverpool are dictating the game. And the likes of Ungumoa is causing City enormous problems. Liverpool corner. Nioni's delivery, and it's helped wide by McConnell for a goal kick. Well, form can sometimes be a guide, but sometimes can be misleading. No win in their last 5 games, Liverpool. 1 victory in the last 12. Won one of their last 7 away games. But they've been pretty good here. City come into this with just 1 home defeat this campaign. That was to Crystal Palace back in March. And they lead, but by no means convincingly. Here's Regan Heskey, though. Jaden Heskey. Regan Heskey, tackled by Nioni. Ungumoa. Kone Doherty. City backpedaling. Headed away by Samuel. Picked up by Muir. One back, though. Liverpool again threatening. McConnell. Laffy. Davidson. Nioni. McConnell. Ungumoa. Tackle by Elaine. Samuel clears it. Regan Heskey's onto it. Away by Samuel, but not very far. Now Obama, can he take some pressure off his team by holding the ball up? Does well. Regan Heskey. And now Elaine. Testing times these for City. My goodness, do they need a second goal? Here's Naylor. Gray. Elaine. Simpson-Pazet. Just over 10 minutes to the break. Blues just trying to take the sting out of the game after a really good few minutes for the visitors. Oboado. Elaine. Regan Heskey. spins away. Good challenge by Davidson. Oh, look at that statistic. Doesn't surprise me. Liverpool have had more attempts. I guess statistics give you a good idea of what's happened here. 3 on target from Liverpool. Indeed, the 2 that were on target from City were both in the same incident that led to the goal. Muir shot parried and then Mubama on the rebound. Here's Gray. Now Naylor. Gray. Just too much on it. So inside the last 10 minutes here at the Joy Stadium. You're watching our live coverage on City Plus of the under-21s, the elite development squad, who are facing Liverpool in the first game of the playoffs, the last 16 playoffs. And although the Blues top the regular season table, they'll want to win the playoffs, which carry with it the prestigious title. The team that finished 16th while they finished top have given City plenty of problems in the opening 36 minutes. City in front through Divine Mubama after some good work by Muir. Well, the winners of this tie meet the winners of the Arsenal-Newcastle game. And at the moment, Arsenal are leading Newcastle by 1-0. Manchester United are also playing this evening, but they're trailing. Remember, the top 16 in the regular season have gone into the playoffs from positions 1 to 16 in that 26-team table. City finishing top. 20 points ahead of 16th place Liverpool, who they're currently facing, but that 20-point gap looks negligible in terms of the way these two sides have set about their business this evening. Liverpool have looked really good. City have had to defend for long periods. Here is a lane. Oboado. Jaden Heskey. Ashton Muir. Naylor. Little break for Gray. Simpson-Posey. Now a lane. Regan Heskey. Try to guide it through to Samuel. Stopped by Davidson. Lane again. Simpson-Posey. Naylor. Muir. There's no way through there. Away by Mabaya. Kone Doherty. Mabaya. McConnell. Pinnington. Good little interception by Gray, and he did well to play it off to a lane. And now Regan Heskey. Lane's continued his run. Regan Heskey has a go, and it didn't miss by much. Harvey Davis in the Liverpool goal was just not totally sure where that was going. And he stretched himself out. And it finished maybe a metre wide. Good effort from Regan Heskey, whose 3 goals in Premier League 2 this season all came in a hat-trick as a substitute in November. This is actually his first start of the Premier League 2 season for the elite development squad. Regan Heskey. And he almost kept it with a goal there. 5 minutes to half time. Away by Nallo. McConnell helps it on. Laffy, Mubaya, and now Kone Doherty. Deflection on the cross, takes it to Mubaya. Mubaya across the face of the goal, away by Samuel. Nioni back in again, brilliant save by Brits. So Samuel with the first clearance, Brits with a brilliant second save of the match. He made a really good save earlier as well to deny McConnell. This is the first block here from Lacau Samuel on the line. And then a really good hit by Nioni, and that's a super reaction from Spike Brits. And he keeps the Blues ahead, but my goodness, at half-time, Ben Wilkinson will have plenty to say to his team because Liverpool have been exceptional. And the Blues have got an awful lot of work to do here to get themselves into the last 8 of the Premier League 2 end-of-season playoffs. So far, so good. They've held their lead since the 19th minute. And they've almost taken it to half-time. As Elaine looks towards Mubama. Was he nudged? Yes, the referee says yes. Liverpool saying, well, the assistant never flagged. And the referee says, well, I'm the man in charge, not the man with the flag. So it will be a free kick to the Blues. Three minutes to half-time in a game which Liverpool have shaded on chances created and chances on target. Spike Brits has been the busier of the two goalkeepers, but the Blues lead. What can they do from the set piece? Well, Naylor's just overhit it. Liverpool goal kick. They've gone short to Nallo. Davis thumping it long this time. Headed away by Naylor. Nioni. Davidson. Ngumoa tackled by Jaden Heskey. McConnell, Pinnington, McConnell again, Nallo, Davidson, helped on by Ngumoa. Simpson-Pazet just about getting away from Pilling. Muir, it's done well. Now City with an opportunity maybe. Naylor. Just caught as he tried to deliver. Here's a Boado. The referee has stopped the play, but not for a foul, but because one of the Liverpool players has gone down. McConnell it is. Referee throws it back to Aboado because City were in possession as we enter added time. Samuel, Regan Heskey, just 1 minute of added time. Samuel's bending cross punched away by Davis. Ashton Muir latches onto it. And now Naylor. Obama's header. Muir can't quite get the touch he was after. And Mabaya thumps it out for a City throw. Well, it looks as though the Blues have taken their lead into half-time, but my goodness, they've had to work very, very hard to do it. Well, a really tough match was predicted, and a really tough match is what City have encountered. Liverpool with plenty of opportunities, Spike Brits with a number of good saves. But at half-time, the Blues are in front after Muir's shot was parried and Divine Mubama put the ball in the back of the Liverpool net. At half-time, City lead by 1-0. Looks as though both head coaches has opted against changes at half-time. So a place in the quarter-finals of the playoffs against Arsenal or Newcastle await the winners. City leading by 1-0, but totally aware that that is a fortuitous lead in some ways because Liverpool have had some good opportunities. Spike Brits has made a couple of saves and the frame of his net has been hit as well. Not to say the Blues haven't had chances of their own. Of course they have. They had a header over the top by Jaden Heskey and a Regan Heskey shot just by the post, but Liverpool have looked a threat throughout this game. The Blues are going to have to put in a really good shift, and as Justin Aboado has demonstrated there, they will need every player out there to stretch every sinew to snapping point. Ball thumped away by Pinnington. City throw. Naylor with it. Simpson-Posey and now Max-Alain. Here's Brits. Header away by Mabaya. Naylor. Simpson-Posey. Aboado. Gray. Naylor did well, really well actually. Tried to thread it through to Mubama, but it hit the back of the leg of Nallo. City win it back again though with Gray. Alain. Samuel. Up towards Jaden Heskey, who momentarily got there before Nallo put it out for a throw. Simpson-Posey to bring City forward. Now Muir. Just flicks off Mabaya and out for City's third corner of the match. Again, City goes short with the corner. There's a Liverpool counter-attack on here. Well, there was. Really good play by Justin Aboado. City take the free kick quickly. Here's Muir. Now Naylor. Happy to go back and start again. Last season, the first in which this new format was introduced in Premier League 2 saw Spurs top the regular season table, and then they were able to negotiate their way through the playoffs and win those as well. So they were double champions last season, but they haven't been able to qualify for the playoffs this time around. Such is the competitive nature of Premier League 2 football. In fact, Spurs knocked Liverpool out, and that was on penalties after extra time. That was in the quarter-finals. Here's a lane for City. Now Simpson-Puzet. Naylor. Muir. Get a second chance. And Mobama rose, but couldn't direct it beyond Davis. Muir's first cross was charged down. His second reached Mobama. Good play by Simpson-Puzet. Lane. Naylor. Liverpool goal kick. We might remember that in the old format of Premier League 2, City were champions 3 seasons running. 2021, 2022 and 2023. So it was a major surprise last season when they had a bit of a fall from grace, finishing 23rd in the new look Premier League 2. And of course, because they were outside the top 16, they didn't make the end of season playoffs. It's been a major transformation this time around. Here's Muir. Bombardeau trying to weave a pattern through the Liverpool defence. Simpson-Puzet. Nice ball to Naylor. Gray. Simpson-Puzet, now Samuel. Gray again. Lane. Regan Heskey. Davidson just beating him to it. Pennington. Header away by Naylor. Foul by Gray. Free kick to the visitors. Referee Aaron Jackson just having a word with Charlie Gray. Hasn't needed to book anyone so far. Here's Nioni for Liverpool. Good ball to Mabaya. Laffy. Pinnington. Nioni, Pinnington. Mabaya. Good cross. Oh, the header over the bar from Pilling. It was a clear chance, but he couldn't quite rise high enough, and City delighted that's the case. Really worked it well, Liverpool. And that's a really good opening for Pilling. But he couldn't quite steer it into the net. Another genuine sign that this game is far from done. And here they come again with Kone Doherty. And back he goes to Nioni and Pilling, and it deflects out for another corner. Well, City are treading on thin ice at the moment, it has to be said. That deflection could have gone anywhere. Mercifully, it went beyond the goal and not into it. But it is a Liverpool corner, their first of the second half. Nioni to deliver. Away by Samuel. And then Davidson hits it over the bar. Well, Ben Wilkinson was not fooled by the gap between City and Liverpool in the end of season regular table. He knew, even though they were 10 points behind and had only won 7 games compared to City's 15, that this was going to be a tough examination, and he's not been disappointed in that regard. Spike Britz has been pretty busy. Blues certainly could do with the second goal. Here's Regan Heskey. City throw. Samuel. Away by Simpson-Pazet. Ungomoa. Nallo. Nioni. Ungomoa. Nallo. Now Pinnington rather. Now Nioni. Header away by Naylor, but Kone Doherty picks it up, and now Mabaya. City just about getting it away again. But they're working hard to have to do so. Here's Kone Doherty again. McConnell. Mabaya. Pinnington. Nioni. Davidson. Laffy. Good tackle by Samuel. Here's Laffy. And there's Britz for City. Simpson-Pazet. Naylor. Trying to bring in Mubama. Away by Nallo and then prodded forward by Davidson. And here's Pinnington. Now Nioni. Samuel's there for the Blues. Gray. Elaine. Naylor. It's a good run. Jaden Heskey. Now Samuel. Now Regan Heskey. Gray. Try to find Muir. And in the end, it's a Liverpool throw. Well, the winners of this time meet the winners of the Arsenal-Newcastle game, which is level at 1-1. And another game being played tonight in the end-of-season playoffs. Everton and Manchester United drawing 2-2. So all the three games are very, very tight in the playoffs. Just showing the competitive nature of this division. City with half an hour to go. And a very slender-looking lead. Here's Oboado, and now Muir. And now Oboado. Gray. Elaine, and now Regan Heskey. Elaine in support. Couldn't find a way through, Max Elaine. He's on the ball again, though. Gray. Elaine. Simpson-Posey slowing things down. Elaine looking towards Regan Heskey. Took it well, Regan Heskey. Gets the better of Davidson. Back towards Mubama. And Mubama against the outside of the post. Here's Muir to keep it alive. Naylor. Samuels, cushioned header, Mubama and Regan Heskey. Oh, he's put it over. You can scarcely believe it. Well, Mubama hit the outside of the post after brilliant work from Regan Heskey. And then the Blues managed to keep it alive. And then it came back across the face of the goal. And Regan Heskey just cannot believe he's put this one over. What an opportunity to give City some daylight. Oh, can't believe it, Regan Heskey, can he? Well, Liverpool may have had a number of chances in the game, but none as clear-cut as those. Mubama against the post, and then Regan Heskey just looked at the heavens in disbelief that he hadn't put City 2 up. But there's encouraging signs that they got so close there. And that will be the game's first booking, is it? No, just a warning for Michael Laffey. He's left Gray on the deck. I'm surprised he's not been booked for that. Oh, actually, he did. He did book him in the end. So, yeah, I think that's the right call. Free kick to City, who could and maybe should have been 2-0 up about a minute ago. Here's Regan Heskey, who was brilliant in the build-up to that goal. Certainly deserved more. And now there's another yellow card, and the foul by Neone on Jaden Heskey earns him a caution. Little tug of the shorts, I think, is what's given a free kick to City and a yellow card to Neone. So having not booked anyone, Aaron Jackson, tonight's referee, has now booked 2 Liverpool players in about 3 or 4 minutes. Can City turn a first goal into a more commanding position? They really ought to be 2 up, to be truthful. Regan Heskey was so good in the approach to that opportunity he himself then had. Such a good player, such a good finisher. Just couldn't find the goal. If he'd have put it in, it would have been his 28th goal of the season in all competitions. But Liverpool now have won the ball back. Kone Doherty running at a lane. And he's got the better of him, Kone Doherty. And City are stretched here. Ungumoa. Well, won back by Gray. Heskey. Muir. Try to find Mubama. "25 minutes still to go here. Here's Mabaya. It's another good cross, but over everyone. Davidson keeps it alive, and Brits is there for the Blues. Well, you just wouldn't really know which way to predict this game is going to go, because Liverpool have had a number of chances. City have had 2 golden ones. Remains as it did from the 19th minute. City 1, Liverpool 0. Here's Mabaya. Nallo. Davidson. Comes again, Davidson. Taking on Jaden Heskey. Ungumoa. And it's another Liverpool corner. Neone, Mabaya, Kone Doherty, bit of space for him actually. Samuel blocking the shot. Mabaya. Laffy, McConnell, Laffy. It's a good cross. There's men over here for Liverpool, and they've equalised. Well, you had the sense that Liverpool were always in this game, and they've now proved it beyond any doubt at all. Liverpool had men over when this cross came in, and in the end it was Pilling who put it into the corner of the net. It was he that missed the header earlier that was probably Liverpool's clearest opening, and he has now made amends with a finish beyond Brits, and a game that seemed on a knife edge is now locked level. It's 1-1 at the Joy Stadium. Well, fine dividing lines between success and failure, demonstrated by that near miss by Heskey that went over the bar. Regan Heskey and Mubama hitting the post, and then just a few minutes later Liverpool find the equaliser. You can see that City are going to make a change. They've got Matthew Henderson-Hall, who's come on. He's gone over to the right side. It's Regan Heskey who has made way. So the Blues have got to do it all over again. In fairness, on chances created overall, Liverpool have certainly merited an equaliser, but all that said, City could easily have been 2 up when Mubama hit the post and Regan Heskey put it over the bar. So 22 minutes to play and extra time looming large between these two evenly matched teams. Simpson-Posey. Naylor. Muir. Gray. Oboado. Naylor. Simpson-Posey. Lane trying to bring Henderson Hall into the game. And Davidson concedes the corner. "20 minutes to go. Henderson Hall. Gray. Henderson Hall. It's another City corner. City going long with this corner. Headed away and then drilled back in again by Samuel. Breaks for Gray. Good footwork, really good footwork. Here's Henderson Hall. Deep cross. Muir back in again. And Heskey on the volley. And he puts it over the bar. Jaden Heskey wasn't easy. Came at him on his left foot. Had to take it quickly on the volley. Just couldn't quite get over the top of it. Had chances in the second half, City. So too Liverpool, though, and they've taken one of them to bring us level again. Extra time. Just rearing its head in the foreground. Lane, Samuel, Heskey, Henderson Hall. City battling to win it back, and they do. Gray, Lane. Gone straight to Kone Doherty. City win it back again, though, and here's Naylor. Ashton Muir. Naylor. Muir. Gray. Simpson-Posey. Gray. Ashton Muir. Naylor. City go right and then left. Here's Muir. Gray. Naylor. Gray. Lane. Simpson-Posey. Oboado. Heskey. Muir, good football, right across the face of the goal, and away. Here's Kone Doherty, he's run it out of play. Liverpool about to bring on James Balagizi, but not before we look back at this opportunity, which almost ended in a City second goal. Obama so close to tapping it in. So here comes Balagizi. And it's Ungamoa that makes way. '21-year-old attack midfielder, James Balagizi. And he comes on with around about quarter of an hour to play before we go to extra time if it stays locked at 1-1. Here's a lane. Heskey. Samuel. A lane again. Now Muir. Obawado. Muir. Here's Obawado again. Simpson Pazay, and now a lane. Henderson Hall. Simpson Pazay. Well, City holding possession, pushing Liverpool left and right. Here's Obawado. Naylor. In fairness, the visitors working very, very hard out of possession. Samuel. A lane. Henderson Hall. Samuel. They've certainly lost possession since that equaliser from Pilling rather. And here they come with Muir. Up towards Mubama, glanced away and out for a corner. Henderson Hall to take it. In fact, he's going to leave it for Naylor. Jostling for position, the likes of Heskey, Obawado, Simpson Pazay, Mubama. It's headed away by Davidson, picked up by Gray. Now a lane. Now Muir. Forced away. Finds a pass to Samuel. On it goes to Obawado. Back in by Heskey. Back to Samuel. Gray. And now Muir. Naylor. Driven in but cleared by Nallo. And it reaches the Liverpool substitute Balagizi. City will win it back though with Muir. Now Naylor. Certainly taken control of the game in the last 3 or 4 minutes, City. Forcing Liverpool backwards. Samuel. Henderson Hall. Heskey. Simpson Pazet. Naylor. Well, Liverpool still doing well to fill the spaces. City trying to pass round them, but the visitors have kept their shape. City probing, trying to craft an opening. Muir. He's done well to retain possession, Ashton Muir. And then he rides the challenge of McConnell and brings in Naylor. And it bounces out, and City have another set piece. Short with it to Aboado. Gray. Elaine. Naylor again. Muir again. Trying to pull Liverpool one way then the other. Trying to maybe punch a hole by moving them right then left then back again. Here's Henderson Hall. Elaine. 10 minutes to play. City 1, Liverpool 1 in this straight knockout game in the first match of the playoffs. That one's cut out by Balagizi. Pinnington, Balagizi. Liverpool throw. Both these teams have given an awful lot to this game. Extra time is coming more and more sharply into focus. They're going to have to give another half an hour more by the look of it. Davis. Up towards Mabaya. Kone Doherty. Pinnington. Nallo. Davidson. It's a City throw. Well, City still have the likes of Michael Okeke and Ryan McAdoo in terms of players who can drive forward and have a go at Liverpool. Will Ben Wilkinson unleash either of them? Eski briefly won it back. Davidson, Balagizi, Nioni, McConnell, Mabaya, Kone Doherty, good sliding challenge by Naylor. Muir with the back heel, Aboado. City did well to get themselves out of a tight spot there. And now the out ball to Henderson Hall. Elaine. Samuel gets the better of Balagizi and indeed of Davidson. Gray. Elaine. 7 minutes to go. Simpson Pazet. Now Muir. Muir again, looking towards Oboado. Simpson-Posey. Elaine. Brings in Henderson Hall. Can he get beyond Balagizi? Goes back to Samuel. Elaine. City very much in control. They have been pretty much since Liverpool equalised. Just waiting for a moment to pounce. Liverpool lack of concentration maybe. Here's Muir. And now Naylor. Heskey cleared by Neone. Picked up by Simpson-Posey. Elaine. Now Henderson Hall. Samuel. City patiently trying to wait for a Liverpool error. Here's Henderson Hall again. Crosses just beyond Mobama and City win a corner. It's good control this from City. Can they turn this domination into a second goal? 5 to play. Again they go short. Naylor. Muir. Gray. Little ankle tap gives City the free kick. Taken already. Wrong place though, says the referee. Muir. Lofted to the far. Simpson-Posey. Shot charged down. And then a foul and a free kick to Liverpool. Well, it was just a glimmer of an opportunity, but it just wouldn't quite come down for Simpson-Posey. Kind of got it trapped under his feet, and then there were two Liverpool players on top of him. Samuel commits the foul. And here comes City's second substitution. Ryan McAdoo's going to come on. Liverpool have also decided to take off Michael Laffey and bring on Keirol Figueroa. So McAdoo replaces Muir. He really is an explosive player, Ryan McAdoo. Tremendous balance and trickery. Can he provide the spark in the last 3 minutes of normal time? Well, with 3 minutes and let's say another 3 more, so 6 minutes from extra time here. Samuel's clearing header. Heskey. Henderson Hall. Switch wing since McAdoo came on. Brings in Naylor. Oh, he's overhit it. So 2 minutes to go. City, the team who finished top of the regular season table, against Liverpool, who just snuck into 16th place to get the final spot in the playoffs. But they have been very, very good today, the visitors. And yes, City have had chances, but so too Liverpool. Here's Naylor. Foul by Kone Doherty. Simpson-Puzet and now Elaine. Blues have been in control for about 10 minutes. Here's McAdoo. Mubama. Boado. And now Henderson Hall. Gray. Simpson-Puzet. McAdoo. Lovely footwork, Samuel. Elaine. Gray. Naylor. Again, City trying to pull Liverpool left and right. Here's McAdoo. Has a go at the goal scorer Pilling and wins a throw. Deep in the 90th minute, we're about to find out how much added time there's going to be for either of these two teams to find a winner. Or extra time, and maybe even penalties might settle it. Simpson-Puzet. Oboado. Elaine. 3 minutes of added time. Here's McAdoo. Helped on by Heskey. Mubama can't get to it, and that's a foul by Mubama. Just catching Mabaya. Didn't really know he was there. He's just looking for the volley, isn't he, Mubama? Oh, we're heading to extra time.
The fourth official indicated that there would be a minimum of 3 minutes of time gone, a minimum of 3 minutes.
Mabaya's back on his feet again, and it looks as though 22 fairly weary players, albeit not those who came on as substitutes, of course, are going to have to dig into their reserves. Davis thumping it long. Kone Doherty away by Simpson-Puzet. Mabaya under pressure from Henderson Hall. Finds an out ball to Kone Doherty. That's a Liverpool throw. Mabaya. Samuel's header. Nioni. Balagizi. Running through. Good foot in by Gray. Needed to be as well. Final minute of added time at the end of a really tense 90 minutes between two very evenly matched teams. And we're going to go the distance with extra time, it seems. Elaine. McAdoo. One last attack, maybe. Elaine. Simpson-Puzet. Is the time to fashion a chance. Oboado. Naylor. Oboado. And there is the full-time whistle. And we're going to go for half an hour more. City leading in the 19th minute from Divine Mubama. Liverpool had chances to equalise. City could have gone 2 up. They hit the post through Mubama, and then Regan Heskey missed from underneath the crossbar. And then in the 68th minute, Tommy Pilling bringing it level. And although the Blues had control after that, they couldn't find the killer blow. And so we're going to extra time to decide who's going into the quarter-finals of the playoffs. At full time here at the Joy Stadium, it is City 1, Liverpool 1. Well, there was very little between the two sides in normal time. Can either of these two summon up enough energy from their reserves to find a winner in extra time? Well, City only lost 3 games in the regular season, but one of them was to Liverpool, who have shown their ability and resilience in this game. And the Blues are going to have to dig really deep to ensure that they remain in this season's playoffs. Liverpool with this really excellent away record. They've only lost 2 games on their travels all season, have demonstrated why they have been so difficult to beat. So, quarter of an hour each way. Or penalties will loom large if neither of these two can squeeze in front. Changes made by Ben Wilkinson. He brought on Ryan McAdoo and Matty Henderson-Hall in normal time, and Michael Okeke at the start of the extra time. Still has one substitution up his sleeve in Stephen Funi. He is a defender, really, so I think his game changers are out there. And here's one of them, McAdoo. Mubama. Henderson-Hall. Naylor. And Davis gathers for Liverpool. The 3rd minute of the first period of extra time. City 1, Liverpool 1 in the last 16 of the playoffs. Arsenal await the winners in the quarter-finals. Here's Okeke. Simpson Pazea, now a lane. Naylor. Okeke. Okeke again. A lane. Naylor. City controlled possession for the final quarter of the game. Couldn't find the all-important winner. They look as though they're in control again in extra time. Here's Samuel. McAdoo. Obama couldn't quite get the touch. Thumped away by Mabaya. And Wilkinson in a hurry to get City going again, because he knows the Blues are dictating here. Simpson Pazea. Gray. Lane. Samuel. Up towards Mubama. Here is Mubama. Samuel. And Lane did well. Lovely play from Elaine. The ball back is good as well. Mobama. Gray. Simpson-Pazay. Keep moving the ball. You probably heard from Ben Wilkinson. Simpson-Pazay, little help on by Heskey. Headed away. McAdoo will pick it up for the Blues. In control, City. Gray again. Naylor. Simpson-Pazay. Up towards Naylor. Forced away, but City still in control. Henderson Hall. Gray's ball in. Header away by Nallo. City trying to win it back, but Liverpool have it with Mabaya. City will get it back again, though. Really are in control here. Surely Liverpool will start to tire. Surely gaps will start to appear. Elaine. Samuel. McAdoo. Samuel. And that will be a Liverpool throw. Well, they have defended well, Liverpool. City have had a lot more of the ball since the Liverpool equaliser in normal time. And they've certainly had control in the second period, sorry, the first period of extra time as well, City. Here's Gray. Okeke. Henderson Hall. Gray. Mishits it. One or two players just starting to demonstrate cramp. Liverpool have made 2 substitutions. City have made 3. Both have 4 outfield substitutions available. So 2 remain for the visitors, 1 for Ben Wilkinson. Simpson-Pazay, now Gray. Naylor. Away by Pinnington. Mabaya. McConnell. Won by Gray. It's a Liverpool throw. Heskey. Try to find McAdoo, and then Heskey will get carded here for the challenge on Balagizi. Well, in fact, the referee gestured the yellow card, but didn't actually brandish it. Oh, yes, he did. So Heskey is going into the notebook. '99th minute of the game. 9th minute of extra time. On comes Terence Miles for Liverpool. It was Mabaya who went off. He was the player who was suffering most with cramp earlier. Here is Miles. Will be a Liverpool throw. Well, everybody thinks that's a City throw. In fact, the referee has just overruled. So it will be a throw to the Blues. Maybe the assistant had not remembered that we'd switch round. Here's Elaine. Heskey. It's a good ball. McAdoo comes in on that left foot and bends it narrowly wide. Well, we've seen him do that so many times, Ryan McAdoo, both for the under-21s and the under-18s. And he moved it onto that sweet left foot of his, looking for his 17th goal of the season in all competitions. And he very nearly grabbed it. So we're into the last, or approaching the last 5 minutes of the first period of extra time. And still these two fairly evenly matched teams are locked at 1-1. Earlier this evening in the first games of the last 16 of the playoffs, Arsenal beat Newcastle 2-1, so they await the winners of this tie. And Manchester United beat Everton 4-2. So the quarter-final lineup just starting to take shape. But we do not know whether it'll be City or Liverpool that will be joining Arsenal and Manchester United. As Naylor plays it forward, looking towards Henderson Hall. And who did that come off last? I think that should be a City corner. And it was just prevented. It's a throw. 4 minutes to the half-time interval in extra time. Coney Doherty. McConnell breaks for him. Plays it into the run of Figueroa. Figueroa forced away by Elaine. Henderson Hall pokes it through. Okeke. Great challenge. Oh, the referee says no and awards a free kick to Liverpool. I think Okeke is pretty unlucky there. Another Liverpool player goes down with cramp. I thought he won the ball here, Okeke. Don't think the referee liked the nature of the challenge on McConnell, who has stayed down with cramp. Free kick. Oh, what a chance, but it was straight at Brits. Well, it was Figueroa that got to it, but he couldn't put the header over the top of Spike Brits. A scare there for the Blues, who've largely been in control in extra time. Here's Elaine. Great ball out to Henderson Hall. Samuel. McAdoo. It's done well, McAdoo. Lovely little dab in. Oh, Mabama met it but couldn't steer it. And it goes maybe a metre or two round the left-hand post. McAdoo, that's just typical of what he's capable of. Stands it up for Mabama. And it's just wide of the post. Well, they're just starting to fashion chances now. Liverpool at one end with a header. Mabama at the other with a header. 90 seconds of the first period of extra time. Still City 1, Liverpool 1. Header away by Elaine. Davidson hooks it clear, but only to Heskey, who can't find the run of Okeke. Alagizi. Elaine will get there for City in front of Figueroa, and the offside flag was up anyway. Here's Gray for City. Naylor, last minute of the first period of extra time. Henderson Hall, City just looking the stronger at the moment. Gray. Simpson-Pazet. Samuel. Elaine. Gray. Henderson-Hall. Gray again. Simpson-Pazet. Gray. Don't want to spend too long developing this move or the referee will halt their progress. Here's Elaine. McAdoo. Samuel. Corner. Will there be time to take the corner? The referee says there will be. 1 extra minute. Naylor will whip it in with that wand of a left foot of his. Try and put it under the crossbar maybe for someone to run onto. Headed away well though. Okeke back into the area. City tussling to try and get it back. Liverpool have got it away though through Figueroa. And that will presumably be the last opportunity of the first period of extra time. Well, maybe City might have some defending to do yet. Liverpool on the counter charge. And there's a man over to the left-hand side and Figueroa's in here. And Brits has put him off and it goes wide and it'll be 1-1 at half-time. Real chance for Keyrol Figueroa. And he took a swing at it and I think Brits did enough to put him off because he missed by some distance. Well, that's how the first period of extra time concludes. City in control of that first period, but Liverpool very nearly snatching the lead on the counter. And the Blues delighted that Figueroa couldn't finish it off. So at half-time in extra time in this last 16 game of the end-of-season Premier League 2 playoffs, it is City 1, Liverpool 1. Mubama hit the post and Regan Heskey put it over the bar. In extra time, they've both had chances. Right at the end of the first period of extra time, the Liverpool substitute, Keyrol Figueroa, put it inches beyond the post. But City largely had control in extra time. Can they maintain that control for the remaining 15 minutes, or are we going to have to go to penalties? Here's Simpson-Pazet. The Blues have one more change available to them. Liverpool have one more change. Well, they have two, actually, if they include the goalkeeper. But realistically, one more change for both sides. The Liverpool final change is a fascinating one, too. It's their under-18 academy coach, Jay Spearing, 36 years old. Will he come on? City have got Stephen Funi to bring on if needs be. Here's Simpson-Pazet. Okeke. Simpson-Pazet. Elaine. McAdoo wanted it, went to Samuel. Here's Simpson-Pazet. Henderson-Hall. Simpson-Pazet. Elaine. Now McAdoo. He can certainly unlock Liverpool. And he's tried to. And Mubama! McAdoo opened Liverpool up. The goalkeeper, Harvey Davis, spills it. And Mubama helps it over the line. And in the opening minutes of the second period of extra time, the Blues nudge back in front. Well, McAdoo looked like he might well be the key to the lock. And when his shot was parried by Davis, Mubama helped it into the net. Liverpool adamant it was offside, but the more you look at it, the more you think he probably wasn't, you know, not from the first strike, and that's the key one. And Mobama gets his second of the game, and for the second time in the match has given City the lead. Well, extra time doesn't normally yield goals, but you just had the sense that City were in control. The big question now is, can they get this one over the line? Well, one or two Liverpool players were really struggling with cramp, and you could see that because City had had so much possession that they were just starting to wilt a little bit. The Blues with 60% possession, and it might just have had its toll on the visitors. We shall see. They've got plenty of personality and character, though, this Liverpool team. Oh, and that's a challenge which will end in a caution. Naylor has committed a foul, which I think was mainly born from a lack of energy. Oh, in fact, it was not Naylor, it was Gray, I beg his pardon. And Gray is going to get cautioned here. Well, Charlie Gray tried to win that ball back like all good combative midfielders should, but he just timed his challenge wrong, and he has got himself a yellow card. Well, there's 11 minutes still to play in extra time. Liverpool, you know, will come at the Blues, who lead by 2 Divine Mobama goals to 1. Davis launches it into City territory, headed away by Heskey. Mobama just fouled. No, the referee says he wasn't. McConnell clips it in, and it will go out for a goal kick. Well, strap yourselves in. This could be a rocky 10 minutes or so. You can't imagine that Blues will cruise to full time. It's not been that kind of game. Figueroa had that chance right at the end of the first period of extra time, put it wide, and now the Blues have nudged in front through Mobama. And here's Makeda, who helped craft that second goal. Prods it into Heskey. Heskey keeps his balance. Oh, couldn't quite find Mobama. Here is Mobama, though. It's about strong minds and strong wills as much as anything now. Naylor. Back to Simpson-Pazet. If the Blues can continue to control this game, they will get the victory they certainly deserve. Here's Makeda. What a difference he's made to the game. Here he comes again. Makeda just wide. Well, he bent one wide of the post in normal time. He helped play his part in Mobama's second goal, and he's just narrowly wide here. Well, he's certainly box office, Ryan Makeda. City have another player down, though, in Gray, who might well have to give in, and Stephen Funi will come on. Just as well that City do have a final change available. Ben Wilkinson can bring on Stephen Funi. And he knows 8 minutes and probably 2 or 3 on top still to play. So there's a lot of work still to be completed before City can meet Arsenal in the quarter-finals. Is Gray going to battle on, or are the Blues going to bring on their final substitution? Looks as though Charlie Gray wants to continue. Here's McConnell for Liverpool. All those hard yards you do in training to get you to the peak of fitness and build your stamina, all designed for occasions like this at the end of the regular season, the 21st match of the campaign in extra time. This is when all those hard yards become so essential. Not to mention your focus to ensure you don't have a tired mind to match your physicality. There are 7 minutes of the extra time to go, and also I would imagine at least 2 or 3 on top. And Liverpool will keep probing for an equaliser. You can rest assured about that. Here's Nioni. Davidson. Crossing gathered by Brits. Henderson Hall. Naylor. Simpson Puzet. Naylor. Up towards Mobama. Good running from the centre forward. Good strength from the centre forward. Fouled by Nallo. Yellow card for the Liverpool captain. Really good play by Divine Mobama. Held up the play and then drew the foul from Nallo. And of course, because it's a City free kick, they can eat more time off the clock here. Naylor to take the kick. You imagine the Blues will just pass it around here rather than knock it into the box. Here's Simpson Puzet. Now Gray. Helped on to Henderson Hall. Can see Stephen Funny still warming up on this near side in case the Blues want to make that final change. Here's McAdoo. Samuel. Elaine. Simpson Puzet. Up towards McAdoo. And that's a free kick for a little shove by McAdoo. Last 5 minutes of extra time. City 2, Liverpool 1. 2 goals from Divine Mobama. It'll be a City throw. Can just see genuine signs of Liverpool fatigue. And surely the City players can sense it as well. They've worked so hard out of possession, Liverpool, but it has taken its toll as Brits thumps it long, looking towards McAdoo. Nallo has it for the visitors. Now Pinnington. Nallo. Alagizi. Liverpool with men over in the box. Brits is there for the Blues. It was a tired ball in, wasn't it, from Davidson. Hardly surprising. Here's McAdoo. He's not tiring. He's away from Nallo. Just overran it, though, and allowed McConnell to dispossess him. And a foul on Balagizi. Free kick to Liverpool. 3 minutes of extra time to go. City inching ever closer to the quarter-finals of the Premier League 2 playoffs. just know deep down that Liverpool are going to get another chance. They're gambling as they have to. Here's McConnell. Now Davidson. Blues can't get the ball away. Cross comes in and headed away by Henderson Hall. Kept alive by Kone Doherty. In by Pinnington. Headed away again by Elaine. Now Mubama uses his strength and determination to good effect. Clip forward towards McAdoo, but it's not going to reach him. Back it comes with Davidson again for Liverpool. 2 minutes to go. Away by Okeke. And it took a deflection as well. So that will be a City throw, which will feel a little bit like goal dust. "90 seconds of extra time to go. Let's assume at least 2 or maybe 3 on top of that because of the injury for Charlie Gray. So 5 more minutes of pain, I suppose, for these wonderful City players. Can they take their second goal home? Up goes Mubama, headed away by Miles. Up goes Okeke. McAdoo, Samuel. Mubama tussling. Cleared by Pennington. Back in by Gray. Pennington's there again. Kone Doherty. Miles. City win it back with Naylor. And now Henderson Hall. And now Mubama. Good save. Really good save by Davis. That could have sealed it. And look how quickly Liverpool are breaking. Balagizi. On it goes to Figueroa. Little clip over's dangerous. Away by Samuel. Brits keeps it on and gathers the ball as well. Grabs it into his body. And bowls it out to McAdoo. And Liverpool haven't got enough cover here. McAdoo now. Good tackle by Nallo. Needed to be as well from the Liverpool captain. How much more pain are we going to have to go through here? 2 added minutes between City and the quarter-finals. Kone Doherty crosses a deep one, too deep, and it will drift away, but Davidson will keep it alive for Liverpool. And now Nioni, and now McConnell. Still not away. Balagizi, brilliant tackle by Max Elaine. That's superb defending in front of Pilling. Wow, that's as good as a goal, you know, from Max Elaine. The challenge just as Pilling's about to pull the trigger, and it's a corner. Could have been so much worse. Up comes the goalkeeper, Harvey Davis, to add his aerial presence. And on comes Stephen Fooney, a defender, and a tall one at that. Ben Wilkinson trying to protect this slender lead. Liverpool corner. What's the delivery like? Davis makes the burst. Great header away by Simpson Posey. Liverpool still in possession though. Davidson, McConnell. Ball drifts into the area. Heskey got a piece of it. Mubama can't get it away. Harvey Davis, the Liverpool goalkeeper, still in there. McConnell now might think about dabbing it in. He does, and that will go out for a goal kick. The Blues are almost there. Brits taking as long as he's permitted, understandably as well. Got to make sure that he doesn't incur the wrath of the referee, though. Brits can just launch this into Liverpool territory. Simpson-Posey does the same. Davis is back in his goal. And the Blues have done it. My goodness, it was hard work. There may have been 20 points between them in the regular season, but the quality of Liverpool and the character of the visitors, all too apparent. Divine Mubama's 2 goals, one in the first half and then one in the second period of extra time, have just about got the Blues over the line. But my goodness, they had to work at it. Liverpool had chances. Spike Brits made a couple of great saves. Regan Heskey could and maybe should have given City a 2-goal lead, but put it over the bar. But for their dominance, for their control for long periods of the game, and above all for their determination and grit, the Blues have merited their place in the quarter-finals of the end-of-season playoffs. A 2-1 victory given to them by 2 goals from Divine Mubama means City will face Arsenal in the quarter-finals of the playoffs. The final score after extra time: City 2, Liverpool 1.